It is Sunday, September 14th, and this is the first clip of the week, and it is a 24 hours of cross stitch week. So, like I talked about in my last video, I am going to try to do 8 hours of stitching, 8 hours of writing, 8 hours of making the game, and unlike other videos, this video is going to have all 3. So it's also going to be a bit of a dev vlog 3. Also, my dog was trying to get something. It was right near my hand and one of his teeth are broken and it grazed me. So I'm going to change the band-aid as I speak. So what I am hoping to do on days that I'm not working is to do 6 hours of do this, do that, do that. And on days that I am working, do 2 hours of one of them. At least count 2 hours of one of them. Because I know myself, I'm probably going to be spending most of my time stitching anyway. But it is important to me to get equal progress on each of them. So I do want to do that, and it means a lot to me that I'm able to do that. I will have to force myself for a little bit, and since the week is going to be just as hectic at work as the last 2, and they changed, it's going to be near impossible to write. Last Friday, I took the electric notebook out and I was ready to write, and then more customers came. It was just another wave of customers, so yeah, not what I wanted, not what I was hoping for, which is why I decided to do 8 hours of this, 8 hours of that, and 8 hours of that, of that other thing. In this week, mainly because on days that I'm not working, I am more than capable of doing 6 hours a day, and on days that I am working, and I'm only working mornings this week, it's entirely possible to do at least 2 hours of something. So I'm gonna try it. I should have plenty of time, even with the errands that I have to run today. Yeah, should be possible. So the next time you will see me is Tuesday in 2 days. The next day that I'm not working, basically. And until then, progress pic. We made it to the bottom corner. The oar is complete. You can see her leg. And the diagonals are getting smaller now. So I am fully expecting to finish this by the end of the week. And if I do manage to finish it by the end of the week, and there's still a couple days left to go, I will be gridding again. And then gridding one of these takes me about 4 hours. So just gridding 2 of them is it's done. But I do still have to finish this. I want to finish this. So yeah. And also, as for the plans that I have for the cross stitching after I finish this piece and gridding all the others, I was contemplating between Mural, Wings, and Pokemon. These are my current whips. Mainly because I was leaning heavily towards Pokemon because there's one color that the other 2 both use, and I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough. And then yesterday I checked and I do have enough. So now I'm considering going back to Winx again and just doing whatever I can of the section that I still have left to stitch. The finishing section, I should say. So do let me know. Well, actually, you're not going to see it on time, so never mind. But I will figure it out, and I will let you know. when I actually start working on it, if I decide to do that or go to the third princess, which will not say it yet. I will give you a hint. It's one of the princesses who have a sequel, so that crosses off like half of them. But yeah, it's one of the princesses with a sequel, so that's all I'm going to say. Seriously. Yeah. I will see you on Tuesday. Hi, sorry about that. So this is September 16th, Tuesday, and in the last days I managed to do 8 consecutive hours of, well, not exactly consecutive, but 8 hours of cross-stitching, writing, and game making. So I'll just go over what I did and over the plans for today in this clip, and show progress on the cross-stitching part. If you hear barks, Enzo there's something outside again. The seasons are changing and things are happening in the garden outside. Also, my voice. Yeah, I think it's going to be sounding like that for a very long time, because I'm either working or talking with family and with you guys and with the dog, and I need like at least a week's rest by this point. But it is getting colder, which means that I can start drinking tea, which does help a little bit. Anyway, so on Sunday I did 2 hours of each, literal 2 hours of each, and it was hard. Specifically to writing, it's hard to write by hand for 2 actual hours, for 121 minutes, and I am not gonna do that today. So this is where it looks now. We have one leg almost entirely finished, just the heel left, and I'm gonna count one diagonal as 2 hours, mainly because the previous diagonal took like 2.5 hours, and this next one is a little bit smaller, so it shouldn't be as much, so it should take exactly 2 hours. On the writing front, I did, like I said, literally 2 hours. I don't know how many pages that was, but it was a lot, and it was too much. So I am going to do, first of all, I'm going to space it out throughout the day, and secondly, I'm going to do 3 pages because each page takes me like 40 minutes to like fully write and erase and place the next page where it should be, so it works. So it's comfortable for me to do all the rewriting. So each of that takes me about 40 minutes, so it should be about 2 hours for three pages. And as for the game making part, since I'm watching a tutorial series for all of it, I am going to be doing 1 video's worth, because between watching it and actually doing what they taught us throughout the entire section, yeah, it's definitely going to take 2 hours, maybe even more. So this is what I'm going to do today. Tomorrow I am working, so I forgot that yesterday I was working. I had a really, really weird shift. I was also on like half the sleep that I need to function, so I was really tired. When I came home, I was basically a zombie, and I managed to do 15 minutes of writing at work, and then I did another page. I finished the page that I started at work, and I did another page after that, and I counted that as 2 hours because I could not do anymore. So that is the 8 hours, and tomorrow I am working. I probably will have another work shift, but hopefully I'll be able to get as much sleep as I need to. And I will go over what happened on Sunday, like the night between Sunday and Monday, to explain why I didn't get as much sleep. But yesterday I did the writing. Friday I am saving for the cross stitch because it's going to be absolutely hectic and so busy. And cross stitching calms me down, it recharges my batteries, so it has to be there. Which means that tomorrow I am going to be doing 2 hours of game making. So that is probably going to be another video's worth, because of the same reasoning that today is a video's worth. And yeah, so that is the plan for the next 2 days. And on Thursday, I am going to be doing the same thing that I am doing today. And on Friday, yay! And it's gonna be last 2 hours on Friday, hopefully. And then on Saturday, I can simply update you on everything that I did on the whole 24 hours, and yay! I'll be done with it, and it's awesome. So, the reason I did not get as much sleep is because Enzo ate something wrong and he was throwing up for like 2.5 hours, and I was so worried about him that I did not sleep for about 2.5 hours after. Well, less than 2.5 hours, but for a considerable amount of time afterwards and in between, and I only got like 4 hours of sleep in the end. So yeah, cannot function on 4 hours of sleep. I literally fell on my knee and it was painful to walk on and even stand on for the rest of the day. So yeah, I do not recommend going to work on 4 hours of sleep, especially if it's a physical job like mine is. It doesn't work. I almost had a meltdown and started crying like 3 times in the 6 hours of my shift, and I know it's not much, just 6 hours of working, but it's a physical work, and it's a service work, and I am not a people person. I'm an introvert, so every time I come home from work, I'm absolutely exhausted. Yesterday was so much worse because I did not get the amount of sleep that I need to do that work properly, and I was like, people could see it on my face. My whole performance was sluggish and slower, and the regular customers literally asked about it. So that was nice, especially compared to the other guy who was so energetic. So people were asking about it. They were worried about me, which was nice, but yeah, I wouldn't do that again if I can help it. But it was just a one-time thing, and last night I slept great. I slept regularly. It's not the whole night, but it's regular hours for me, so that's good. And he's fine. Like, the whole thing scared him a little bit, and he was a little sluggish in the morning because he couldn't get as much sleep as he usually gets as well. But he's fine. Like, he was fine before I even left to work. And that was about an hour after he woke up in the morning. So yeah, he's fine. There's nothing to worry about. He's acting perfectly normally. Yeah, and it was just a really bad thing that he ate, and we're all okay. We survived that sleepless day. So yeah. And I will see you on Thursday to update on today and on Wednesday's progress. Good morning. It is September 18th, Thursday, and there's a lot of commotion, so I'm gonna try and make this quick. So I did all 6 hours on Tuesday. This is where we are now. And yesterday I ended up doing 2 hours of writing. So today I'm gonna do 2 hours of cross stitching and 4 hours of game making for the entirety of the 6 hours that I need to do today. And then tomorrow I'm going to do 2 hours of cross stitching. Please ignore the noise. And that is going to be 24 hours. And then on Saturday I can go over the whole thing and tell you how I did today and on Friday. And just the whole week. Hopefully. So yeah. That is what is going to happen. Okay, glad I was able to do this quickly, and I'll see you on Saturday. It is September 20th, Saturday, last clip of the day, last clip of the week, actually, in the video. So, on Thursday, I ended up doing 4 hours of game making and 4 hours of cross stitching. So on Friday I didn't have to do any of it because I was done. So I also finished the section, so now we can see everything that we've done. So we'll recap on Snow White. And I do still need to wash and iron them, which I will not do until I have all 15. And Moana. Look at this. I love how these are coming along. They look absolutely amazing. They're not exactly the colors that were shown in the mock-ups, but they still look really good. So yesterday, because I didn't have to do any cross-stitching because I finished the section, I gridded number 10. I am in the middle of gridding number 11. And after that I have 3 more. But I only have enough fabric for 2 before I have to get back up and take the big 3, possibly 6 meter thing that I got on sale a few months ago. And I think that if I'm doing that, I will also choose a head to start working on. I'll kit it up maybe after we go back from the thing. Mainly because the only chance I'm gonna have to do that is Sunday, because Monday starts just 3 whole weeks of holidays after holidays, and I'm either going to be working or at home on holiday because the stores aren't going to be open. So I might only have Sunday to kit it up, so I'm not sure. What I am leaning towards is starting on Pokemon. I know it's before October, but I need to get myself refamiliarized, and I do want to work on it till it's done this time. So yeah, so starting next week I will do 3 different videos for each of the stuff that I'm doing, and people are waking up. I think over the next 3 weeks I'm only gonna have time to post once a week, film once a week, so it's going to be 1 clip. But it's all good, right? That is my dad. As long as I do something every week, I think it's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna let you guys go now. Keep on stitching, keep on reading, and I'll see you next time.